Honey toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, running back gets to give. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
It's caught downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Able to get one down to the 15.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
The RPO, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Gets it past the marker. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's a reverse. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This offense can break off explosive plays, throwing it and running it and doing it in a variety of ways, and I like how they get their receivers involved. Nice job there on that jet sweep getting the first.
Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Looking for a crease to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. On the option. He'll toss it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a great individual play, and I love quarterbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to race to the edge on first and goal with the wide receiver. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like blocks. Calling reverse and trickeration. And it worked.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, 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 and you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home. You got to be alert. You got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse. Here comes the touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
Trying to pick up a first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Using his feet to buy time. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Got his man quickly. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Across the 25, he's got room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Pitt! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off. When you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Pittsburgh, 14, Ole Miss, 3.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to...
He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points.
Running toward the tape. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives him momentum. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This defense obviously came into this game prepared for the quarterback run. Linebackers, DBs, they're keying on him and just waited for him to pull that football, and you saw their ability to get hats to the ball quickly.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Snags it quickly on the left. And that's a very productive 1st down play of bringing up 2nd and 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Still on his feet at the 40. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Spits it out to the back. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On third down, he drops to throw. Coming after it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
When a quarterback has that much time, he should be able to make a good decision and get rid of the football. Good protection by the offensive line. Find your spot. Throw the football. You should not be taking hits when your offense provides that much protection.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was...
Nothing but green ahead. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. They'll ride the hot hand.
It's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line to go out really trying to establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Pulls and fires complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this league, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Downfield, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Panthers!
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ole Miss, 17.
Fair catch called for and made. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Whew, boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover three. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on third and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Oh, the sweet feet. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The offense starts with a short field. He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Now on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
Third down coming up.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Burgess. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
17.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And that's two really good plays in a row by this defense. So you come up big, you force the third down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's right on target. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Floating away. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
The aerial assault continues. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Here's a throw downfield late. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They'll run the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, the ground game. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Trying play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing we can do to stop us.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
On the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Let it bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Quick release by the QB. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. He'll call for the fair catch here. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.